I don't know if this is on yet. I don't know. Still flashing like it's not. So when you hear my voice, I'm on. And listen, in my head it was still Sunday. I was about to call this Sunday samples with a little side of snark. Then I had to remember it's Monday because it's Labor Day. Happy Labor Day. Had to put a hat on my head because my head is a hot mess. I made my breakfast. I made some potatoes with onions, peppers, and some chicken sausage. And I have this new thing I'm doing with it. So I cook it on the stove, but then I put it in because I put chicken stock in there to make sure that the potatoes cook real well, right? But so when I'm soft, they need a crispiness. Hey, Faye. So I throw them in the broiler, put them in a pan in the broiler so they get crisp. These are so good. But let me tell y'all about the tragedy of this morning. I came down here to get away because you know my grandkids will suck me in for forever, and trying to get myself together. I have too much stuff on my table, so my desk. So I was trying to clear it off, and then I had the box, and I put down my drink, and then I spilled it. So this is Prosecco. Hey, Carisha. This is Prosecco and blueberry lemonade, and this is all I got right now. And I'm trying not to go back upstairs right now, but I'm gonna have to go back upstairs and get me some more. Because this is tragic and irritating, because this ain't enough to call a cocktail. So I'm gonna have to go back upstairs and get me my cocktail going. In my head, it was Sunday. Probably because I didn't have to go to work today. But it's Monday. Hey, y'all. I'm thinking we're going to do a little sampling. Maybe. Or maybe just go through my travel sprays and have a little snarky time. So the first snark I want to talk about, I'm going in early, is let's talk about this Louis Vuitton makeup that's just come out. Now, what I'm gonna say about the makeup, first off, is that it says that Louis Vuitton needs another stream of revenue. Bet you them bags ain't selling as good as they used to. Because now that everybody like, screw it, I can go get me a fake. And it'll look just as good. Because people spending money on them fakes. I wouldn't be surprised if Louis Vuitton got something to do with them fakes. All the designer brands have something to do. But let's talk about the makeup. The lipstick is $160. Now, and the eyeshadow, I think it quads, $250. Now, let me say a few things. Some people, you know, the Cardi B's, the Rihanna's, the Kim Kardashians, go on buy that stuff. Go on buy it. But the folks that look like me, who got incomes like me, y'all stupid if y'all buying it. Hey, Judith. Because you are buying into the whole designer luxury for some makeup. And here's the thing. I'm not even saying there's other luxury makeup brands that are a lot less expensive. I think they're overpriced. But Louis Vuitton has gone out of their damn mind. So if you want to do luxury, go get you some Gucci makeup. Get you some Tom Ford. It's not quite as high. And I think that stuff is overpriced. But this rush to buy something like that is like, if you are rushing, and hey, I ain't here to pocket watch you. I'm really not. I'm just here to say, what is your motivation? I think sometimes we just have to be real with ourselves. Hey, Lourdes, that the motivation isn't because, oh my God, I think it's so wonderful. It's so, you can get the same color schemes, the same shades, much cheaper. Trust and believe on that. And quality too. And here's the thing, Pat McGrath did it with them. She's the director for it. But if that's the case, just buy some Pat McGrath. $38 or $40-something for some lipstick as opposed to $160. Hi, Alexis. I'm just saying. Think about them things. Okay. So, I'm first thing I'm gonna talk about. What have you been wearing lately? Let me hear some. What's floating your boat right now, so I could call it out for everybody to see. These potatoes are so good. These are so good. Y'all, I'm going to see Breezy on Friday. Now I got to figure out what I'm wearing to go see Breezy. I'm not buying anything new. Well, I bought some Gazelles, some Adidas, because I'm going to be comfortable. I will be comfortable. I'm going to have to go get another drink because this is upsetting me. But people just came in. I spilled my drink. I need to know names, not just florals and a little bit of gourmands, Rose. What you been wearing? I need a name, child. Okay. So, incoming snarkiness. So get ready. There is a genre of videos that are quite cute to me. Petra. Okay. So Alexis, you got Petra. Okay. And this is what it is. It's whenever somebody has moved over into a new decade of ages. And then they do I'm now 40 years old, and this is what I'm doing now to make my life better. I don't know. Maybe I should look at it like this. They've synthesized the things that they did in the 30s to 39, and now 40, they're making this decision to live like this. I think I would take it better. I would understand it more if they said that. But it's always these, like, now that I'm this age, I've got it all together for this age. And it's like, baby, you just getting started. Come back to me when you're 45 and been up in here for 5 years dealing with these 4s with perimenopause and all this stuff. Okay, so Rose wore Dylan Blue, Delina Exclusive dupe, and Yum Pistachio dupe. Okay. So for me, I just would like to see that like midpoint or something. Like, in my 40s, this is what I'm learning and doing. Not now that I'm 40, I'm doing, this is how I'm doing. Like, there is a shift in thinking in every decade, but you still got to figure out some shit before you start talking about what you do. Like, for instance, I'll be 59 in April. I'll probably talk about my 50s and the changes that I've gone through. Okay. Because there is a definite change once you flip from like 39 to 40, 49 to 50. Dolce Garden, Judith, Dolce Garden, justify your love, guidance, and care fusion. Ooh, you've been smelling good. Okay. One of I'm wearing. Y'all, let me tell you, I gotta tell, I don't know what I did with it. I misplaced Whoops Now by Kai because that's what I was wanting to wear all week. I don't know what I did with it. I don't know what I did with it. Whew. All right, so I'm eat my breakfast and then we're gonna start playing with some fragrances. I should honestly go through some stuff that's sitting right here. Let's just go through this. Hold on. I'm just cleaning up. I had to do my hair today because I got to do a pre-wash. I'm supposed to be getting my hair done on Thursday, but baby, I can't let her see my hair like this. Because my hair, you know, let's just talk. Y'all know what I mean. Because there's things like when you're gonna go get something done, even though they're gonna do it, you still have to take care of it first. Like your hair is like, because my hair is knotted up, so I'm gonna detangle it before I go get my hair done on Thursday. Or let's just be honest, when you're gonna have somebody come over and clean your house, and then you rush and do a cleaning first, do a little cleaning, not a thorough clean, but you don't want them to come in, especially if it's their first time. Cashmere with mist, okay, right? Because I know your stuff is packed up, girl. Packed up. Michael, hi. Why don't you come in? So I have. I need some more. I have this little thing with random stuff in it. Yeah, I got to clean off my desk. My desk is a hot mess, which is the usual state of it. Huh. What did I wear this week? I wore winter spring because I got it. You get something new, you got to wear it. I wore Scandal Intense. Alexis, Menadare Oud is so slept on. It is such a sexy, plummy oud, and it's so inexpensive. Because Judith Lieber. So, other thing I want to talk about, Serena Williams. Serena Williams has come out as a spokesperson for GLP. It is winter's spring. This is mimosa and musk with a little spice of pink pepper in it. Oh my God. I find that I am very much on a regular basis, very much into soft florals with a little, you have a little spice, but I'm really soft floral girl. I can say that. Yes, I have Scandal Intense. It is so good. And I can see why a lot of people like it because of that vanilla at the end. Yeah, I found that really cheap too because that's one of the Gucci private ones. That's part of the what is it, Garden? What is it called? I can't remember that one. But I found it for $99. So I've been wearing that. Still been wearing my Trisardi, walking on whatever. Still been wearing this because this is such a good everyday fragrance. And yeah, and I can tell I'm very much into my florals. On eBay. Where did I find it? I found it on eBay. Because I was about to, because I saw it for like $150. And I was like, okay, that's a good price. But then I found it for 99. So I don't know. On eBay. It was a tester bottle. And it came with the top. So was very pleased with that purchase. So I have some stuff here. The Trusardis are very good. People are sleeping on those. So let's talk about Miss Serena doing, she's, spokesperson for it's called Rope. It's one of them GLP ones. One of the, weight loss things, right? Baby, people are giving her the heat. The heat. You get the Serena lovers, then you get the heat ones. Why is she doing that? That's terrible. But, and this is going to segue into something else I'm going to talk about. Now that I thought about it. Serena, 40-some years old, and she just had a baby. She was not losing the weight the way she wanted to. It's, honey, when you in your 40s, listen, and this is a sis, I don't have money to buy perfumes. I can't even be treated normally by sluts. Are you calling me a slut? Oh, call me a hoe. I prefer that. You are Joy Paul Rivera, Candyman, and everywhere, and then again. Okay. The Venusian, yes. Okay. So I have, listen, I get the issues people have with it, but to say that she doesn't have a right to do what she, yeah. I remember to put my location. That's how you usually get them. Dang, I forgot. Call me ho though. I prefer that. So, but people are really outraged. Now, here's the thing. Serena has never said she was a fitness person. She was an athlete. She was a tennis star. So her that was based on her lifestyle for that. That's number one. Number two, she over 40 and she'd have had them babies. And I think she's like, it ain't coming off. Cause she has been showing the struggle, them jeans, that jean struggle was hilarious. And I loved her for it. But it's like, why can't she do that? Other people are doing it. Now I think it's a little out of control. But it is what it is, and people have the right to do what they need to do to feel comfortable in their skin. And to say that she don't have the right to do it because she's Serena Williams, it's kind of no. Oh, you know what else I was wearing this week? Ravissimo. But thank you for saying Dreamhouse Curio. I was wearing Ravissimo. This is, he says, the follow-up to Coralie, which is one of my favorites. It's jasmine. It's beautiful. But this one is gardenia with some ylang ylang, a little. This is a like richer fragrance, whereas Coralie is more spring, summer. This is definitely giving fall florals. So I I'm not here to say she's doing wrong. I'm just like, people in their feelings. Okay, whatever. Hey, D'Angelo. Then, okay, with the marketing. Okay, see, I haven't really looked at the marketing because I was like, oh, okay, she's doing that. Okay, whatever. So I'm so unconcerned. Yeah, you see pigtails because my hair needs to be washed. Right after I get off of here, I'm gonna put some deep conditioner in this hair because this head was not up. So I got to get the back of my head. This is, you know what? See, this is what gets me in trouble. I have this called Floral Musk. This is Attar. They sent it to me to try. Apparently, I don't remember trying it. because I don't think I like it. But now I have a whole bottle of it because I can't remember having a sample. It's not so bad, but it's just not musky. It's not giving the musk I like. I like clean musk. This is kind of a sweet musk. This is more of a sweet musk. I don't necessarily like that one. So now I got stuck with it. Okay. Y'all. Now the person apologized, but I had a moment in a Facebook group where I almost snapped off on somebody. And I try not to, because I'm kind of gentler. But don't talk to me crazy. Somebody had posted, now the person did apologize. Once I said something, I was like, oh, okay. So what it was that somebody had posted, about traveling with bottles of fragrance. And we're saying, how do you do it? Like full bottles, because, a lot of people travel with full bottles. And so they were saying, should I try to take them through my carry-on because I want them to be safe, or should I try to pack them in my check-in luggage, right? So everybody was like saying this. Now, what I didn't understand, I didn't quite get, was that this person was on their way home with these bottles. They were in Dubai or something and was bringing them home. I'm thinking they're talking about what they're going to take on their vacation, right? So my response was basically, I think I asked the question like, can you decant it? Because you don't need to take the full bottle, blah, 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 right? So that's what I said. That was my question. Because my question is always, when you see people talking about traveling and they taking all these big ass bottles, I'm like, okay, content creators, this is what we're doing, right? Because, hold on, let me fix this before this comes out. Okay, because why would you carry these big bottles? Because my whole thing is they could get broken, anything can happen. So if I'm going someplace, like I'm going to see Breezy, and I'm going on a train, so it ain't even that big of a deal, I'm not going to carry full bottles. I'm going to go see what I got in these decants and figure out what I'm going to wear. Or maybe I will, because I'm sitting on a train, so it's a totally different thing. I'm going to have my purse, so I can throw something in my purse, But getting on a plane, getting on a plane, I don't do that. I just do a whole lot of decants and then I'm good to go. So somebody came out, what a question, and was like, came to me like, she's traveling back. Why would she do that? She's gonna lose her. I'm like, fuck you talking to? See in real, you know what I'm saying? Did the live end? No, I'm still here. So I was like, huh? So I came back. I was like, what? I was like, so I thought she was talking about traveling someplace, not coming home. I said, but I don't think it needed, I don't think my question deserved, needed such rudeness and snappishness. Or however I said, but clearly you needed to distress. So I'm going to leave it alone. Have a glamorous day. Because the first thing is, who the fuck you talking to like this? I'm like, okay, I'm trying on Magnolia Bliss by Juliet Has a Gun. I think I've tried this before, but we'll see. But I was like, hello? What? First off, it wasn't even the person who put the statement, who put it up. She was like, oh, no, I'm trying to come back. I was like, oh, okay, I had it wrong. Because it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Now, she did come back and apologize. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry. It was lost in translation. I was trying to be funny. No, you really weren't. Because the way no, you weren't being funny. You was actually being an asshole. But see, I checked you on that asshole shit, because there's this whole vibe of people being assholes, and it's across every genre. So I'm not gonna say it's fragcom or beauty, gardening. These motherfuckers get out of pocket. It's like, goodness. Okay, so I'm glad I never bought this. I'm not feeling in it. Magnolia Bliss is kind of sweet. Right. I mean, right. As opposed to like snapping on me like, who would do that? She just got these as presents. She should bring them back. Honestly, it was a whole like, and I was like, you got me fucked. See, now see if I come back, you got me fucked up. Then I'm the aggressor and I'm so terrible, you know? Because I was 2 seconds from that. Because everything doesn't need that type of response. Everything doesn't need the extraness. Everything doesn't need to be a confrontational kind of vibe. People just really live in this confrontation space now where everything has to be mad about some shit. I'm like, I'm really mad that I can't find my whoops now by JC, because I was really planning on wearing it this whole week and it's gone. Gone. And let me tell y'all, I'm going to see Breezy. I'm going to Breezy Bowl on Friday. And I have to take the train. Let me tell you, I'm going to be one of them people they talk about, because I am going on that train with my bonnet on at 9 a.m. in the morning. Because I'm supposed to be getting my hair flat twisted with curls in the back. Right. Yes, the level of rudeness is just so annoying. It's like, but then here's the issue with it, is that the people who do this cannot take it when you come back at them. They get in their feelings. They want to be upset. And that's why I be like, I ain't giving none of that energy anymore. And I think that's what I have learned to do now. It's like give less of that energy back, because, I don't need to give y'all that. You don't deserve that kind of energy from me. You don't deserve any of my energy. So I'm gonna keep it light and cute. So in my snarky moments, hey, Rachel, I ain't seen you in forever. How's my boy doing? What is he now? Is he like a sophomore or junior now? Right, exactly. They really want the response. They really want the back and forth. I ain't got time for no back and forth with anybody. Listen. He's a senior? Wow. Congratulations. Okay, so I have Psychedelic Love by Initio. To this moment, think I've tried this a few times. I still cannot remember what this smells like. So let's try. See you, Rose. Have a great day. Yeah, I'm gonna have to how much time I got? Oh, I got out. Let this sit for a minute. Cause I'm like, what is this again? But, and let me just tell y'all, I'm still working on this gardening, videoing. I did a whole video. I still haven't put it up. I don't know. I'm trying to get used to doing those type of filmings and stuff. And then I look at it and be like, that's creepy and weird and everything. So I'm working on it. I assume, I'm going to say by next season, I'll be better. The gardening, I'll be better, better equipped to give content. Because now I'm like, I'm just not comfortable with that genre. And so I'm like, okay. So I think I'm probably just going to do it overall. But let me tell y'all, I lost some plants because it rained here. Remember I had the flash flood and I had the flood in my room. So it flooded the plants too. So Some are still doing well, and then some are. And then speaking of that, I gotta tell y'all, and I can say this because I know they don't watch me. I went to one of my oldest friends' barbecues, right, this weekend. And you know how you have different styles of friends, right? And so this is one of my longest friends. I've known her for damn near 50 years. We've known each other forever since junior high. But you also know who these people are, right? And this is my top drawer, most bougie family that I've always known. Top drawer. Nobody out bougies them. And we're not even talking about super, like, got a lot of money. These are like multimillionaires. No, these are, her parents were teachers, but on the bougie level, they bougie. So, like, true story, when I was like, before I had kids and stuff, I used to like to go over their house on Christmas because Christmas was a production for them. And the way it went, like, okay, like, most houses, my house, it was willy nilly on Christmas Day, right? You just go and get your presents, and you open them all up. Okay, they did it in order. So on Christmas morning, and when I found out they did this, I went for like 2 years straight just to watch this because it was so fascinating to me. On Christmas morning now, it's like, they wouldn't open up presents till about 10:30 in the morning, 10:30, 11. Now, of course, this is as adults, so it's a little different, but then they would all take turns. One person would give gifts. One person was the gifter, to give the person give out the gifts, but they always had to be in order. So one person would get a gift, open it, show it. Next person. It was like the first time, because I happened to come by there for something, and I saw it. I said, "See, I do this all the time." It's like, yeah. I was like, wow. I think something was going on, and because my family, my mama don't cook. My mama did not cook. So I was known for like trying to find somebody cooking on holidays because that was not something that happened in my house. So I think I was supposed to be going over there for like brunch, Christmas brunch. But I got there a little too early and I got to watch the spectacle of them doing this. So I was like, this is fascinating. So, like my friend, she was in a cotillion, her brother was in a botillion. They do all the bougie things, right? So going to this, are you all still there? Because I don't know. Sometimes it feels like I've lost you. Ooh. Oh yeah, this is the one that Brooke. I have not added on a lot. Okay, so now I'm going to this. I'll tell you in a minute, Michael. I'm going to this, to her barbecue. This was the most genteel barbecue I've been in a long time. Now, when I have people over, it's a lot of conversation. There's music playing. It's a lot of ooh. It's a little loud. It gets, people laughing and joking and stuff. This is the most subdued. Every once in a while you hear, ha, 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 ha. But it was like the quietest barbecue I've been to in a long time. And I did not expect it to be, but it's always funny with it. I was like, really cute though. Their backyard was real cute. And and then my friend that was looking. So my and it's like everybody, it's very quiet and very subdued. And I'm like, all right, we had the time. It was like, okay, time to go. Because those types of events wear me out sometimes more than the more lively ones. because you're really just trying to be you're kind of restrained. You're very it was the quietest. Like the music was really low. Um the food was good. You know, everybody brought something, and then her husband cooked some good ribs. Um okay, that's an outdoor gathering. Yes, that's an outdoor gathering, because it was like, so they did start playing Uno. Was it Uno? It was something they was playing toward the end. And then, but it was like, but everybody was just kind of like, "Ah." So that was that. And I was like, whew, okay, I'm done. Time to go. Don't get me wrong, I will always go when my friend calls, but I always know what to expect. Okay, a garden party. We'll call it that. I mean, because like, listen, her parents were, he was an alpha, she was an AKA. They met in college, they got together. You know, her mom has been like the national presidents of Top Ladies of Distinction. I think she was the national president for Lynx. She did a run as a national president for Lynx. You know, I'm talking black bougie, black bougie. You know, they wear St. John and things like that. Now, and let me say this, you know, it's not like they're buying like super designer bags, but if they've got a bag and it's a designer, it's a quality designer, you know, things like that. So it's just like, but yeah, it's so funny. But it's always like, okay, thank you, I'm gone now. See you. Like for instance, one time they invited me. I don't think they ever invited me again. True story. And I'm terrible. But they invited me to a Lynx modeling fashion show, right? Fashion, because my you know, and because my friends are Lynx too now. And so that years, this was years. I mean, beyond, this is like more than 15 years ago, because Bianca was still in high school. So they invited us to this Lynx fashion show. Now, let me say this. I had forgot how Lynx are, because Lynx are the just, you know, we know they bougie, 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 right? Oh yeah, the boule, yeah. So I was, I forgot that when you are Lynx, you call each other Link. So it's like, hello, Link. So it would be like Link Faith, Link Judith, Link Alexis, hello, Link. And this is what they call each other all the time. If they're in an event, that's what they call each other. Link. Link such and such. Link. And I keep hearing it over and over again. So then I guess they heard me. I was trying to be quiet, but I couldn't help myself. I said, so we all links, huh? I said, so what do we say? Hot link, hot dog link, Lincoln logs. And I was talking like, because they all sound like this. Hello. I'm like, okay. And so I never got invited again. Because I was like, the hell? I was like, Lincoln logs, link. I was like, okay. Yeah, so they didn't invite. I didn't get invited anymore. That was the last time I was invited. Because I was like, can we get more pretentious? And Lord knows I have my pretentious ways. But I'm like, what? Yeah, see, I'm not good at those things. And then I think one time I went to, somehow I was there, and yeah, I did like a little belly dance thing for, this is when I was really into, you know, teaching belly dance. I think my friend asked me for, like, she was hosting one of the, like, her links meeting to do a belly dance thing. And oops, okay, am I in? just because we are very, you are live, you're on this bougie lifestyle or whatever. We don't have to act like everything. I mean, like even girls' time with them was like, oh, I can't do y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because like girls' time to me, like when when it's like, and I'm assuming this is the same thing with fellas, but when it's like a girls' moment and it's all girls, you want to have some, hey, life on a budget. You want to let people let loose and be funny and be a little off topic, not quite proper, but honey, everybody was proper. I was like, oh my God, can I get out of here? Everything was like, oh, okay. And I'm gonna tell y'all a real story. This one, it's Monday. It's not Sunday. It's a holiday. So years ago, okay. So like I said, there's certain things certain friends you just don't talk about things, right? So one time it was her birthday, and I was in touch with some of her other friends, and these were people that she hung out with a lot and everything. So they were going to a comedy club or whatever, and then they got the stripper. They had a room, and then they got the stripper, whatever, yada yada. Okay, cool. And so it was like me and this one girl. Now me and her, all of us, me, her, and my friend that I'm talking about, we all went to high school together. Now the one who was with me, we was like pretty much on the same page, okay. And then so we're out with them and everything. So we go and they get the stripper and everything, and so then they start having. So after the stripper leaves, they start having some girl conversations. So we kind of sitting, we're kind of sitting there because of course we don't know them this well. So we're kind of sitting there, and so there was this one lady, her friend, and she had just gotten divorced and she had been with her husband for quite some time, right? So she was like, I'm just being honest. She was like, I got some questions about dating, right? Because she was like, because I ain't dating forever. So she starts talking about sex, and she was like, so if I get to the point with sex with a man, when do we do things like oral and stuff like that, blah blah blah. So now this is my conversation. I'm like, well, all right, now it's getting good. And so I look at my friend, we like, and um and so we're like, okay, this conversation is getting good. Let's see. Yes, we gonna have some real nasty girl talk. Okay, so we excited now because it had been pretty boring. so so then they're saying something. So then we're about to chime in, but then all of a sudden my friend, right? You see, Deandra, I'm like, yes, okay, let's talk. And me and my friend, because she listen, Miss my girl used to say, listen, if I wasn't right, I'd be a porn star. This is, we just out here living our best life. Okay, so now, yes, right. And so then we like perk it up. We about to like put our 2 cents in. And then my friend and her friends all of a sudden they're like, girl, uh-uh, uh-uh. Ain't gonna be none of that. You ain't put nothing in your mouth. Mm-mm. It's gonna be 69. I owe you one. I ain't doing that. That's nasty. That's nasty. And so then me and my friend looked at each other and we just sat back in our chairs like, okay, well, I guess we ain't got nothing to say, add to this conversation. Maybe because they was like, ah, you don't do that. You don't do that. I was like, well, all right then. Let me just shut my mouth because I had a whole different conversation because the lady was like, well, what if he wants to do that to you? What if he wants to give you oral? They was like, well, he could give you oral, but you ain't giving it. You ain't putting that in your mouth. I was like, okay. I'm like, so I just sat back. I ain't say nothing. Luckily, look, when we left, me and my friend was like, whew, we dodged a bullet. Because if we had started speaking first, they'd have been like, clutch the pearls. Oh, the nasty girls are here. Because, baby, it was like they were all in unison. They were in unison. Hey, ain't gonna be none of that over here. I was like, well, let me just be quiet. Because this ain't the conversation for me. And I left it alone. But you got your friends, and that's just not something y'all talk about. And I was like, and we'll continue to not talk about it because clearly we different people with this conversation. Definitely different. And they were serious. I mean, because their righteous indignation was like, never put the penis in your mouth. Never. I was like, well, okay. I was like, so let me just not, because, you know. What is the new hyped fragrance that I have not gotten into? So what's the new hype? Because we know I ain't got it. Why do I have a box of shoes on that? Let me look for that. Oh, exactly. And that was my whole thing. Yeah, I ain't gonna tell you to do it, but I ain't gonna say I don't do it to be part of the crew. No. I will never tell that lie. Right, I was. Listen, me and my friend was like this. We literally were sitting in it was like, okay, we not gonna say nothing. And we both looked at each other like, guess we can't add nothing to this conversation. Because it was like, oh, I got to do my hair. So this weekend I have done a few things. I put up the other shelf that I need to put in my closet. It's in there now. I'm gonna fill it up with my sweaters, put all my sweaters on there. I'm doing some good. So that I've made some headway into this closet situation. So it's starting to look like a closet again. Yay! And I was looking at my clothes and I was like, you be looking a mess some days at work. You got a whole thing of clothes over here. So I am right. See, I don't know either. We are such a non-hype group. Because I haven't even looked at anything that like videos where people talking about the new fragrances. I'm like the stuff coming out because it's like the shit's coming out so fast. I don't even care. I don't want to know. I don't whatever. But I did see one name and it was Queen's Caramel by Ellis Brooklyn. Have y'all noticed that Ellis Brooklyn is like one of the new hyped brands? Because it's like y'all do know Ellis Brooklyn been around for a while, right? Ellis Brooklyn must have really put some money in. You know what they did? They started sending out PR and they paid a few people. Come on now. But because Ellis Brooklyn, because there's Queen's Caramel. I'm like, yeah. It's I'm like, no. And only because I'm really not into those. Yeah, but it's like sadly, the fragrance community is being driven by TikTok. It is very TikTok driven now. And it's very much on that hyper quick vibe. And everybody's trying to become viral. Dang. Okay, Michael. So you've only gotten 3. since the beginning of June. Yeah, and I honestly like the three I bought were three things that I have been looking at. So I've um yeah, and so if you are not hyping the newest thing or something or the trendiest, then it's like, yeah, I don't even say it anymore. I just chuckle, right? Right. And now it's becoming the gourmand season. And like Veronica was talking about the new Donna Born and Roma. And it's like super disappointing to people and everything because they thought because it had marshmallow, it was going to be like this really super sweet thing. And it's like, damn, y'all, can y'all let that go just for once or twice? It's like the gourmand girlies, right? Are really like caught up in everything must be super sweet and everything has to have like vanilla or marshmallow or caramel. I'm like, right, right. And I think it's because these things are being driven by this whole I want to be popular. So, and I mean, let's just be honest. That's what you have to do to be popular. And that's even on YouTube because in order to be really popular, you really have to be doing the brand new stuff. You really have to be doing all them damn Middle Easterns. Um, yeah, they don't want to spend the palace. Because that's why I said, and no shade to those fragrances. That's why that's why they're more into um the what's it called like bachiami and things like that because those are florals but they have a sweetness to them, a vanilla, it's dries down to a good vanilla. So it's like it ultimately has to have those things in order for it to be popular or someone to want to wear it. Because like I put on bachiami and bachiami is a pretty gardenia, but it doesn't stay floral enough for me. It becomes more, vanilla. And I'm like, nah, and I get why because of that. Right. So y'all go sniff it. One of these days I might go sniff something. Cause let me tell you who be sniffing all the time. Y'all boy Jerry. Jerry live in the House of Dubai. House of Dubai is a store near O'Hare Airport. It's in the fashion retail mall, outlet mall. And baby, he in there all the time. Ooh, what you think? What you think? What you think? Oh, for the people who hear, just know I'm about to close up my decants. So you got till today if you want to get some decants before I close this thing up. That's it. That's all. I'm done. It will be closed. Shutting the door on it. Right, right. He be out these streets. He be out in these streets with his gray joggers on, smelling his fragrances. Hooey. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just like, go get the go. Listen, you might as well go and get the decant because I say you the bottle because I really don't want it. It's too patchouli for me. Tobacco rose. Uh, we do, but I never go. Let me tell you something about me. Let me tell you something about me. I just don't be feeling like going out there. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna try. say, okay, look, get your ass out the house and go try some stuff on. I might go meet him, but see, he gonna want to film me and shit, and that's my other problem. I don't even make content when I'm out doing stuff like that. I'm terrible about these things. I'm terrible about these things. I'm gonna try though. I'm gonna try. I got 50,000 scrunchies around this room because I grab a scrunchie to pull my hair and then just throw them around. I'm trying to clean up a little bit on here. Right. See, nobody will go with me. Nobody I know will go with me. B would though. I could say that. I could say, let's go try some fragrances on. I can get out the house. Ooh, okay. I see you, Alicia Davis, coming in hot. Coming in here hot with them fragrances. Oh, I need to put my prosperity oil out. Okay, so I need to do something with this head. This head is a hot mess. All right, y'all. I am not gonna stay on here. Right, she's smoking hot out here. Secret. But I did say, like I said before, I am gonna try to like go to the back of my shelves and look at things because I be forgetting about stuff. Like when I try to do a video, I really do forget about things. And afterwards, I'll be like, oh dang, I should have talked about that. I should put this on this week. I'm trying to decide what I'm gonna wear Friday. I don't know. I'm going to a concert, so I should just be obnoxious and wear guidance. I should just be obnoxious. I know you do, Lily, because you got them 2,455 bottles in your house. Trying to convince us you only have 400. Ain't nobody got time for that. Nobody's listening to you. Okay, let's say the newer perfume girlies have tunnel vision, because the people who've been around for a while, we all over the place at this point. We be trying stuff. Oh, I want this, I want this, I want the other. But it's the thing is that the issue I have with that is that if this is who you are as a fragrance person, then stop trying all these things that you ain't gonna like so you can talk shit about it. You can't appreciate it, then don't. If you don't like for instance, if they say, oh, florals are in, right? Well, if you're not into florals, then don't get it. Right. And because I got vanillas and everything, but if you're not gonna really, if your zhuzh is, I want it to be sweet, and then you get irritated because something that has a lot of florals in it, and they say the main accords are florals, and then you get a little attitude because it's floral, or it's musky, or it's woody, or it's too spicy. And let me just say this for my last piece of snark. Dear Lord, dear Lord, dear Lord, can these people please stop doing this whole thing? Like, and I see it in the fragrance groups too a lot. I didn't really like it. I didn't really like it, so I'm trying to find, but everybody says they like it, so I'm gonna keep trying to find something. Or could you tell me something to layer with it so that it'll smell better? I swear I see this all the time where people are talking about and really don't like, but if you put this, I ain't got time to be doing all this. For one thing, I think the layering has gotten out of control. And I'm just being honest. The layering to me is out of control because I'm seeing people doing like body butter, body oil, which is fine. I do those too. But then they'll do two body oils, and then they're doing a concentrated oil, and then they're doing the fragrances, and it could be like three fragrances and a body mist. I'm like, are y'all serious? And then want to say, "Oh, I smell so good." Everybody's you could smell good with the one. The best I got is body butter, body oil, and a fragrance. And if a good day, maybe two. But like when you see the list of stuff they pulling out like 8 things, I'm like, and they ain't got a full face of makeup on. It's like, do you? So you ain't got to do nothing but get ready in the day. I mean, I can layer a little bit here and there, but I'm not sitting up here making experiments with everything. I don't know. But my thing is, when you have to layer something in order to make it smell good to wear, just get rid of it. Just get rid of it. Now, it's almost the end of 2025. Get ready for the implosion of 2026. I told y'all it was going to start in 2025. And I can tell you that it's going to keep going because because you know the level of this the people trying to buy these fragrances, because let's just be honest, fragrance is an expensive hobby. The way people trying to buy these fragrances, and especially the Middle Easterns, I'm expecting a Middle Eastern clash soon because the top of them coming out with so many. Now, mind you, they paying these influencers well. They can pretend if they would want to, but we know they're playing the big influencers well, right? Um, because people buying so much of that same stuff and they get it because now they know all they want. So they gonna do every fruit flavor that you can. Right. Yep, the tariffs is coming in. It's about to be interesting. But I'm saying like the not necessarily micro people. I'm intrigued on the pay. I mean, I'm intrigued to find out, but I ain't bought it. Honestly, I haven't bought a Middle Eastern in 2 years now. It's been 2 years. And I don't miss it. I mean, I see him and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And I know that, let me say this, because of course my top video on TikTok um is Middle Easterns. I'm sure if I got back in, I'd get a bunch of views and everything. But I like I say all the time, I just don't have the space for it, and I don't want to spend my money on it to be trying to try stuff that I might not necessarily be into or want to keep because I got enough stuff I'm keeping. And then right, and then you cannot declutter the Middle Easterns. It's hilarious. I see people decluttering them now, but who's buying them? But who's buying them? Nobody, because everybody's purchasing them, and then the resale value of them plummets so highly. It's not like other things where no, you're not going to get your money back. but you're gonna get a decent amount of your money back. With them things, baby, please. It's like, no, because we're on to the new one. It's a combination of people getting them, and then they're on to the new ones because they're coming out so fast. I don't want that one. This one's here now. So if I got this peach one 3 months ago, well, there's a new peach one that came out now. I don't want who's gonna buy that one? Nobody. Right. You have to give them away, but people are trying to declutter them because they're trying to get some of their money back. And it's like, psych your mind, booty shine. You ain't getting none of your money back now. Because we saw your mom on Channel 9. Okay. I don't know. Did y'all say that? That was a thing here. Psych your mind, booty shine. Saw your mom on Channel 9. I don't know why it was a bad thing to see your mom on Channel 9, but it. All right, y'all. Let me get off here because it is Monday. I do have to go to work and I need to wash my hair. Y'all didn't say psych your mind, booty shine, saw your mom on Channel 9. That was a Chicago thing. Okay, well now y'all know. Psych your mind, booty shine. Saw your mom on Channel 9. Y'all have a great day. Let me get out of here. Let me do something with this head. Let me do something with this head. It's gonna be pigtails all week. Sabrina, you came in at the very end. Psych your mind, booty shine. Saw your mom on Channel 9. Talk to you later.